morning to you ladies. My name is Assassin and welcome back to Sorcery, where we're back on our adventure to the forest. I don't fucking know. We're over here. We're going over to this place. Well, yeah. Path continues along the side of the path continues along the side of a line of trees. I suddenly cannot read. An acorn lands on your head and you hear a tittering from overhead. The line grants you strength. More elven in the trees, hurling acorns. Titties? You said tittering. Where are the titties at? There a titty spell? Cast spell, walk on. I'm sure nothing will happen if I just walk on by. You are pelted by more and more acorns as well as some sticks. You break into a run soon out of reach of annoying creatures. See, I told you, it's perfectly fine. The sun is now just past its zenith, and everywhere a dusty heat rises from the baked earth. You are worn out, almost to the point of physical collapse. You need food and rest and no more trouble. Today has been too punishing already. You begin to think about where you will stay for the night. Another night sleeping out in the open would be best avoided. But then you see a small village set in the hill. Look at it. Smoke rises from the stacks. The houses are well set, with stone at their bases and thatch roofed with grasses and thick leaves. There is unusually more than just one street running through the center of town, but it is as though this place, once rich, has had its heart scooped away. Litter surrounding the buildings, and on the edge of the village are rows and rows of empty, abandoned houses. You continue your slow trudge. Not my fucking problem. Okay, maybe we'll investigate a little bit. God damn it. You walk into the village. Young hill dwellers pass you and you stare at your strange clothes. You nod back respectfully. Fuck them, I just ignore them. Look at the people. Their own attire is rough by comparison to your gear. They wear their hair long but piled on their heads. These people are naturally poor. The village is like a ghost town here on the knife edge of the backlands. Oh yeah, we're definitely. Oh, I'm gonna get a few drinks with me. Walking down the single road, you quickly find a hut with its front covering pulled wide open and the smell of brewed beer coming from inside. You go in. Several hill dwellers are here, talking gruffly. When you enter, they watch you with understandable caution. Hi, I just came here for a few drinks. The owner of the hut comes over to you. Welcome to the heat. What do you want? Greet the owner. An evening's rest and a drink to wet my throat, you reply. I don't know why I give my character whatever. Ale is 1 gold piece. He answers, please sit. You go over to the table where the hill dwellers are. Sit with the oldest man, sit with the youngest man. I don't know. You turn your attention to the oldest man at the table. Whatever face he once had is lost in a labyrinth of wrinkles, and his skin is the color of a tan hide from a lifetime in the beating sun. Greetings, old man. He raises his mug and salutes. Stranger. His face is gravely like the dusty dirt that lies the streets of this city. Where you from? Back there, where I got attacked by the elves. I come from, and I'm just gonna tell this guy everything. I'm gonna tell him I'm on a quest for a crown. I keep damn it, I keep doing the fucking voice when it's my character. I come from Analan. He nods. Not many has crossed through the Cantopani Great Gate in either direction, if you know what I'm saying. I understand you. He grins and picks his teeth with his fingernail. They say there's a war coming. Something to do with the crown. I seek that crown. Well, Is that so? Replies the old man. Well, from what I hear, you've got a long journey to find it. I hear that a birdman took it all the way to Mapang. You're very well informed. The man shrugs. I would be if I knew where the Bakeland's main peg was, but I don't know much outside my own town's hilltop. You sip your beer, the old man exchanges a glass with the younger man sitting opposite. You thank him for the conversation. You catch the young man's eye. He moves over to be right beside you, close enough to whisper in your ear, but you don't quite quote what he says. Can you repeat that one more time? The man giggles to himself, unexpectedly leaning in again. So close you can smell the fumes of his breath. He declares, Santa, what? Cats. Then he collapses in a fit of giggles once more. Whatever the joke is, you cannot see it. What do you mean? The man nods twice, then drinks deeply from his beer to wet his throat. Or perhaps, because as he puts the mug down once more, he says nothing, just fidgets with his fingers, gratefully grins in your direction. What's wrong with you? They say there's always one, the man replies in a serious whisper, but I haven't seen him. Always one, but I never saw. How can that be? You get back to your feet. The man giggles to himself, but he does not attempt to stop you. Finish brilliantly. I'm gonna get ambushed. You make to leave the inn. The owner stops you, holding out. I'm gonna pay him. Why would I knock him to the side? You pay him his gold and step out into the street. You look this way and that, trying to decide what to do next. When you realize the old man has joined you once more, he grabs your shoulder and presses a fruit into your hand. Bamba, he declares. Through fermented breath. I grew them myself, good for the stomach. He pats your belly and walks away, swaying slightly. Look at the fruit. You turn the old man's gift over in your hands. It is a thick, rind fruit that keeps well and will be highly nourishing when you decide to eat it. Its only drawback is its incredible weight. It is now evening, time to sleep. What a weird fucking town. Now that originally I was gonna sleep inside, but now that that guy said it, maybe I should sleep outside. I don't know. I just got a bad feeling. I'm gonna sleep outside. Much more better with the bears. The cover of the forest is dark and the ground is thick with fallen branches, mud, and briar. You walk for nearly an hour, and then you pass a large tree atop a great fist of curling roots. It is a perfect spot to sleep. Do I want to eat something? Sure. You open your pack and pull out the last food you have, the old man's nourishing bamba fruit. You feel a little better and more ready for the long watches of the night. You settle down to sleep. It will not be an uninterrupted night out there here under the stars surrounded by beasts, but you will still feel a bit better for it. Oh yeah, I got cursed. Before settling to sleep, you close your eyes and lift a prayer to the lion, your spirit. You feel a great healing passing over you, lifting and restoring your strength. You can now sleep comfortably refreshed, but your spirit will not help you again. Your dreams are vivid once more. You feel yourself tied up, surrounded by snickering faces. Thin creatures with long fingers are picking at your pockets and studying over your clothes. You feel magic boiling inside you, but cannot be released. Meanwhile, a scorpion has crept into your gold pouch and... What the fuck? And is nestling down between the coins, ready to sting you. When you next go to buy food, and in the distance a deep voice is booming with laughter. The long curled fingers of one hand are curled around the metal frame of a crow, and with the other hand beckons you forward as if into a trap. What? I mean, I'm not missing any. It was just a dream. Wait, what? I'm so lost. You wake early and sit for a moment in no great hurry to leave this place where you have lingered so long. This is now the third day of your journey, and the muscles in your legs are feeling lean and strong from so much walking. You spend a short while enjoying the peace, and unhurriedly collect your possessions and set off along the path. Kristatinti is surrounded by several miles of fields. It sits in a well-protected ring of hills and is close enough to the river to be reasonably prosperous. As you follow the path between lines of sun-baked crops, you come to a fork in the road. Then that right hand away leads past a set of outbuildings, while the left hand directly off into a deep woodland. Well, I think it's pretty obvious. This way seems like I'm just gonna get ambushed. Meanwhile, this way seems like I'm also gonna get ambushed, but I'll maybe be able to use spells against bears. I'm gonna go in the woods where I shit. I just shit with the bears. Your journey is too important to slow down by talking to locals. You must pass unseen, and so you disappear into the jungle of the tall trees like an assassin. For a short while, the sun is feverish, and then you are between the trees once more, and everything becomes cool and still. You walk for several hours uneventfully. This is land that was never settled or explored, and very few travel this way. In places, bushes and shrubs have grown over into the path. Move cautiously. No, I'll just hack my way through. Moving carefully forward, you use your sword to cleave the bush. Your progress is quick, but silent. Then you come to a fork in the road, still deep in the forest. Oh my god. Are you fucking serious? There's a fork in the road? Why not drop, like, I don't know, a not fork? Someone has thought to make a sign, perhaps as a guide or perhaps as a warning. The way to the right is marked for Dimphumphis. A left turn points to Alanana. Neither way seems the better trod. You will have to choose. I don't know. Dimphumphis seems like I'll be attacked in the village. Meanwhile, I kind of like in the there's like a little hut. Maybe I'll make friends with like a troll or something. You never know. I'm gonna go to Alha now. Just I get myself killed. The path winds between trees that get greener and more lush. You must be closer to the river here, although you cannot hear the water. After about half an hour walks through dappled shade, you come across a well-built hut. Flowers, its walls, and the door has been painted with ornate details. The path in here. That's how I meet a witch and die. Knock on the door. You approach the door, scout around it. You perform a swift circuit around the hut, but find nothing unusual or concerning. It seems to be what it is, a hut set by itself in the forest. But for someone to survive out here on their own, surrounded by beasts of jungle, they must be someone quite powerful. Open the door. I'm gonna make friends with the witch. You push open the door and stride inside. I get myself killed every fucking time. The hut is neatly laid out. You detect the touch of a fastidious woman. Chairs are set around a table as if for guests. A mattress lies in one corner, and a large kitchen area indicates that whoever lives here, they are quite fond of cooking. It's a fucking witch. Hello? Is anyone there? To your surprise, a voice answers quickly. Who's there? Who's that? Locate the speaker. Looking into a corner hidden by a large cupboard, you see a cage in which a young woman is imprisoned. Good stranger, she pleads. Let me out of this cage, I beg you. What happened to you? You move closer to the cage, quite shocked. What happened to you? Oh, good stranger, she wails. I've been locked up here for 2 days. It wasn't Elvins. They did it. Those mischievous, prankful Elvins, please, you must help me. I have not eaten, and they left me here where I can see all my cooking things, but I cannot reach them. This is either gonna be a trap or whatever. I'll help you. Going over the cage, you try the door. It is locked, of course. Try an item from my pack. Do I even have anything? Oh yeah, rusty key. You try the rusty key. It fits the lock, and it turns. The woman claps her hands in delight, and with the door open, she rushes out and throws her arms around you. Before backing off a pace and trying to regain her composure, stranger, she declares, I am in your debt. Ali Anna will reward you. Will you take an aid in combat or in magic? I mean, I'm more of a combat guy. The only time I used magic was to trick the elves and treasures of combat. Very good. She lifts the hem of her dress and removes a bracelet from around her ankle. This is Ragnar Istasip, armband of sword mastery, she declares. Wear it, and it will bring great skill to your sword arm with my blessing. No, I'm gonna deny it. No, yeah. With a nod, you accept the armband and place it on your right arm. The effect is immediate. You feel your muscles strengthening and growing in power. The lady has been freed. It seems like there's nothing much more to be kept you from. Has to be fit. No, I'm just gonna take I got what I wanted. I must be on my way. Alright, you tell her. I have many more miles to cover. She nods. Of course. Please, before you go. She holds out something. It is a small... I mean, I'm not gonna deny it. If she wants to offer the gold, I'll fucking take the gold out of her. You bow your head and accept the gift. There are seven gold pieces inside. One more thing, she says. Moving around the table, she leans over to you and pecks you on the cheek, whispering, I am Aliana, the witch, and I've killed a good many men with my sorcery, but I chose not to kill you today. Go in peace. What the fuck? What? Then she steps back and her face is as soft and peaceful as it ever was. Did you imagine her words? Almost certainly not. Time to leave. You step outside quickly as you retrace your steps to the last junction where you turn and take okay. So, basically, I just rizzed a witch. Cool. No, yeah, that's pretty cool. At least I got stronger out of it. You walk for several hours, following twists and turns of the path through the trees. Then you suddenly stop. You have heard a noise ahead. Something is moving around between the rocks at the edge of the path. Wait and look. You hang back, watching the trees. There is definitely something moving around. Something large and long with a tail that whips between the trees. But now that you've seen it, you're at a definite advantage. Do I fight? I'd probably get spotted either way. You bring your sword up to a... That's a fucking bear? What kind of bear is that? I'll defend. It's been a while since I did a little bit of combat, so it's gonna... The rat bear is startled by your approach, but drops quickly to all fours. You drop quickly behind a tree and raise your sword, ready to defend yourself. At the last moment, the rat bear leaps, all claws up the ground, and ready to plunge into your body. You brace yourself as it comes down. For a moment, it is close enough for you to smell its sewer breath. Okay, we both defended. You remain hidden. The rat bear sniffs around you. I think I took that much damage. You risk an attack. Rushing forward, you charge at the rat bear, catching it as it rears up. You plunge your sword deep in its thick skin. You have opened a deep wound outside. Afraid of you, it rears its back claws. Okay. Warily, you move into a defensive crouch. The rat bear paces clearing. You stay low, squeaking with rage. The rat bear charges forward, but you keep yourself guarded. You silently thank your master who trained you so well in swordplay. It stumbles back, tail whipping, and yeah, he probably did, but we literally got an armband from a witch. It's saying. You risk an attack, splashing through the mud. You race into the rat bear, but it has read your intention. Drops into a crouch. Light plays through the trees, and for a moment, the true extent of the rat bear's injury is revealed. Clearly intimidated, it edges back and raises a claw. Okay. Why are you so scared, rat bear? While you move in a defensive crouch, the rat bear hisses at you but does not attack. It squeaks and shuffles, standing up on his hind legs. I'm just gonna play it safe. You remain covered. The rat bear launches its front claws aimed at your eyes, but you knock its attack away. You swing your arm and refresh your stance. It rears back, tail whipped in high defense. God fucking damn it. You risk an attack. Screaming, you rush in at the rat bear, but it knocks you aside with a paw. Warily, you move into a defensive crouch. The rat bear sniffs around you with growls and grunts, rearing up. It shows its full height. Just let me hit you. You stay hidden, moving like lightning. The rat bear rushes toward you. You watch and parry. It stumbles its back down. Oh my god. You risk an attack. Standing firm, you swing a mighty blow at the rat bear, but it has guessed your move and raises its claw to protect itself. The rat bear screeches in its inhuman howl, and you take heart. It had almost fallen. You can almost smell the creature growing in rage and duck quickly behind a tree. The rat bear leaps, its vicious claws going for your soft shoulders, but you dodge aside. You adjust your grip and shift your weight. I'm going in for it. I'm just gonna go in for it. Hell yeah. You risk an attack. You charge into the rat bear. Then your sword slips between the creature's ribs and drives deep into its putrid heart. The rat bear squeals and falls to the ground, face down in the mud. With the beasts dead on the path, you are free to move onward. Yay! The path winds a few more times around gigantic trees, thousands of years old, and then it emerges onto a sudden plain, as if the forest had been scooped away by a gigantic hand. A river trickles thinly between short grasses, but by its banks a tiny village. I want to investigate. Today has been a short day with few true dangers. With a decent meal and a nice rest, sleep, your next day will start auspiciously. So you begin to gently climb down into the village. You follow the path down into the village, passing a sign which declares it to be Dumphumpfus. It's got that dumpy. The streets are thin and narrow, and the buildings have been set close together. And if trying to withstand a storm, there is a terrible smell hanging in the air. All in all, it seems an unpleasant place. What do you want me to do? Fucking. You pass along the main path through the village and pause outside a hut in which several of the hill dwellers are sitting and eating. They seem deep in discussion about something, and several are shaking their fists in the air. Lifting back the canvas flap, you step inside. The hill dwellers stop talking immediately and look up at you. One gets to his feet and gestures you forward. Step over. You step forward, and one of the others calls something in their native tongue and points at your side to where your sword hangs out below the helm of your cloak. In broken common tongue, the first man croaks no weapons, and he indicates a table by the sword door where you can play your blade. Shake my head and leave. And with sword. Sure. No, I trust these people. You unfasten your sword belt and leave your weapons on the table. The hill dwellers nod to show their appreciation, and then beckon you to sit with them. Then they continue their conversation just as as before, speaking in a local tongue that you cannot follow. But as they talk, they pour you a drink and provide you with food. They seem quite welcoming. Listen to their talk? I don't know. As you eat, you listen, catching a few words in their goblins' arms. Christianian. They seem to be very concerned. Ask about the goblins. What are the goblins doing? Are they being armed by villagers? The men shake their head. Slowly you piece together the story. The group seem quite sure that a horde of goblins are planning an attack on Cityport, which is apparently one of the wealthier spots in the hills. They're discussing whether or not it would be worth helping the village to defend, which might mean they are offered some kind of reward. I mean, I'm just here to like rest. I'm not trying to let them friend. You must help them. You must help them. Declare earnestly, Cassandra. It does not help us. One of the men points. They are rich. We are poor. You will place them in your debt. Yeah. That's the one. You will place them in your debt. The man nods, swayed by your ruthless logic. And you? How do you fight? One man asks. Serve myself. I will help those in need. I serve the king of Analan. The man shrugged. Then you serve a shadow. Then the sun it is going down. The evening draws close. The men thank you for your counsel and leave one by one. Did I do good or do they hate me? I don't know. I'm just used to it. Did I ever get my weapon back? Halfway along the track, you come across a couple of merchants' huts. You browse for items worth buying with your 20 years every gold piece. Your attention taken by a finely woven skull cap, a finely crafted sword, and a small bag of provisions. Don't buy anything. Examine the sword. Carefully, you lift the long sword from the table and swing it through the air. It cuts with a finely carved edge. A fine piece of work, I'm sure you agree. The merchant says 6 pieces. Do I want? I guess, yeah. You pay him 6 pieces of gold and strap the long sword to your waist. Skull cap. You pick up the skull cap and turn it over. Stolen from a priest of Dadley, the merchant declares with pride. A fine piece of work for 4 pieces. It looks like an object of magic properties, although what they might be is unclear. Try it on. You place it on your head, but feel nothing. You're gonna put it back. Yeah. You shake your head and place it. Okay. I don't buy provisions. You examine a bag of food. There is about enough to last 3 days. 6 pieces, the merchant says with his smile. Wait, you examine the bag of food. There's about enough to last 3 days. So I get like 3 food. I don't fucking know. You pay him 6 pieces and add the provision to your pack. That's enough. You nod to the merchant. The merchant smiles. Is there anything else I can help you with? Is there any work to be had here? Is there something? I'm just gonna start help. I'm living in the village. This is my home now. Is there any work to be had here? I need to earn money. The merchant sizes you up. You look like a good worker to me. One of my friends needs help doing this digging. I'm sure he would pay you fine and feed for it. Sounds like hard work. You reply. You won't get paid for free, the merchant replies, carefully wrapping away his merchandise as he talks, as if expecting you to steal something. He stares at you. So, he asks. He looks over his shoulder at the path. I'm going that way myself. You coming? I mean, yeah, good. I'll follow the merchant. He leads you to a house on the edge of the village and introduces you to the householder, a stout man who is probably incapable of lifting a spade, let alone digging with it. I'm ready to get started. We're actually digging a coffin to bury someone. Fades out back, he replies with a jerk of his thumb. You walk through the man's house and the back garden. The smell is terrible. The job is not just to dig a new cesspit, but to dig over the old one. And it's going to be several hours for work that will probably take the whole night. You collect a spade and stuck in the ground. Start digging. You begin digging a new hole and tipping the earth into the old hole. What? The ground is hard, and the smell from the pit is enough to make you gag. After you have been working for an hour or so, the owner of the household brings you out something to eat and pays you 3 gold pieces. It's fucking different. It's hard to stomach the food with the smell. on your hands, but are in the yard, but you're so hungry from the work that you wolf down the bread and soup provided, then it's back to work for the remainder of the night you were just finishing. Oh, okay. Well, bye guys. You rise early, dismiss the attention of the householder, and head out into the street. Within a few minutes of walking, you are out of Dumpy Village and head back on the road. After another hour or so, the way branches with one path heading up into the hills and the other turning downhill. Along one side of a barren stony ridge is that a village you can make out a hilltop. It seems lonely place for it. I was just in a village. I'm gonna go downhill. You follow a meandering path around the side of a hill. For the most of the morning, it's difficult to see the way ahead through the tree line, but you trust to the course, and eventually the path bursts out into a narrow stone ledge high above the valley floor. The ledge leads left and right. There is no way forward. Oh. What's that saying go? Like, right is always right, or left is all. I'll go right. Looking right, you are taken aback, as out of the mist that fills the valley is impossibly wide. Bridge looms into view, as if it only now had fallen into place. It is made of planks, thick ropes, and suspended from its peak to the peak on the other side. Who could have built such a marvel, and how long ago? What is this, Silent Hill? Look at the bridge. You take a moment more. Staring at the bridge, it forms a delicate curve across the valley, swaying very slightly in the wandering wind. But the more you look at it, the more it seems too perfect. Could such a bridge possibly exist, or is it merely an illusion to trick the left? Looking left, you can see that the narrow edge is formed by splitting off the rock that leads all the way down into the misty valley floor. If there is a path up to the other side, is not clear from here. Move on. Getting to your feet once more, you take a moment to find your balance before moving on. One slip here and you will fall a long way down. Oh, thanks. So, yeah, I'm not taking that bridge. Fuck that. I'll go into the mist. The bridge seems untrustworthy. Should anything happen while you were halfway across it, there would be no escape but the last. Most final kind. Better to walk. You make your way along the stone edge. The angle is steep and it's hard to going not to stumble. At the valley floor, it is dried up river, covered in worn stones, honed by water that is now long gone. Small caves open in the rock face, nearby with rusted machinery abandoned outside. There was mining here once, but it must have been a long time ago. A wider track leads ahead to the horse up. Look around. You pause for a moment to recover your breath and look around. Look at the machinery. You walk for a while between the ancient machines that list out the mud beside the riverbed. Gigantic hoppers, now bronze with fronts, with huge spiked wheels on their side, and chutes leading between them, now thick and with bindweed, slugs, and mud. Whatever these machines were for, they have not worked in decades, maybe even centuries. I want to investigate the mines. It sounds fucking sick. You approach the mine entrance. A wet wind greets you from the depths. The mine shaft must lead somewhere, but it is pitch dark. There are no torches and you do not have any light on your own. I'm gonna go in the mines. Oh, on my death! You stride further inside until a wet rock is above you and the air falls suddenly cold and still. Your breath echoes tight. Dark places are often fearsome, and though the rock walls here were carved with axes, there is something wild and harrowing about this place. Your feet crunch at the gravel floor. Never mind, I'll turn back. It is too much. You turn back and hurry the sunlight out of it. I climb the valley. Your breath is short and your heart is hammering as you pause halfway up the valley slope. A small wooden hut is opposite set a little while back from the path. Look at the hut. Oh. You stop to watch the hut, dropping back a bush out of sight. As you do, after a few minutes, you see a troll emerge, ducking to get through the tiny frame of the building. He is clearly guarding something around there, perhaps a mine, or perhaps he was stationed here long ago to guard the cities that had come under ruin. Wait to see what he does. The creature stands outside the hut for a few minutes, looking this way and that. His colossal head turns with the speed and dexterity of a whirlwind. Then he stomps away around to the curved hill. You probably have a few minutes before you reach outside the hut. You seize the opportunity and race over the hut to see what you can pilfer inside. You find it is a barren shack. There is a low oak table in the center, no windows. There is no door. A pile of blankets in one corner that is neat. Search the blankets. You lift the corner of the blankets with the tip of your sword. Hidden away, you find 3 gold pieces. Most likely the trolls pay for the entire year. Hell yeah. You take it quickly and drop the blankets as you found them. The creature will be back any moment. You should go. Yeah, I'll leave. Go face the troll. You've been here long enough. Quickly you turn and hurry away, just in time to see the troll returning for its patrol around the edge of the hill. It hasn't seen you. It is too stupid to notice anything you might have moved or left at a place it moved. It moves soon and slip away. With the troll out of sight, you hurry away along the path, not pausing again until the hut is far out of sight. Like an assassin. Fucking dumb troll, imagine getting robbed. Another hour passes as you finish the climb. With the sun starting to hang heavy in the sky, you reach the top and meet with the other end of the rope bridge. Look back at. Why would I look back? It may look stable, but it is undoubtedly a death trap set to part travelers from their gold and their lives. You continue down. Okay. I wonder if I actually would have died if I went to head for the town. Some way down the hill, you stop for a rest and sit on a boulder to survey what lies ahead. The path leads downwards, and at its foot, cradled between 3 peaks, is a village, a quite large one at that. Behind you, the sun is falling rapidly in the hills. It will be night soon. Approach the village. The village looks like a good place to stop. You hop down from the boulder and make your way forward when an overhanging branch touches your face and you hear a lively chirping. Turn around. You turn quickly around. Hovering by your shoulders is a small creature the size of a bird. It is childlike but very thin with green skin. It flits around you on a transparent wing. It seems friendly enough. It even lands on your shoulders, tiny toes pinching slightly. Talk to it. It's gonna steal from me. Greetings, little creature, and hello to you. The creature replies, chirping. My name is John. Are you a fairy or an elf? I don't know. What are you? The creature does a backflip and gives a low blow. I am a mini-mite. Pleased to meet you. It reaches out a tiny hand and shakes your earlobe. What can you tell me about the... What do you want with me? What can you tell me about the village? You point down the valley. Is it safe? That's Iti. It's a very safe, yeah. It's very safe. It's the largest village in the whole of the Shamutanti Hills. Every traveler who comes this way spends at least one night there. So it's a little bit expensive, especially for me nights. But pleasant enough. The creature starts hopping up and down. Come on, it grumbles. Let's go. Can't we? I'm not going anywhere. Let's get going. What do you want with me? See that village? The creature replies. Last time I tried to go through, they told me I wasn't welcome, so I wouldn't mind some protection. Where I'm going where I'm going is dangerous. Where I'm going, you want a creature, you might be killed traveling with me. The creature strikes. I've got small wings, I can't get far on my own. Creature flips to your other shoulder. Once more, you're not in a hurry, are you? Do you want to sleep in a... Well, let's get going on. I'm gonna get myself killed. Well, let's get going, and the creature shakes you by the ear in excitement, and you set off along the path once more. You descend in the bowl of the valley. The hills either are towering tall and throw the village into a deep shadow. It would seem a very gloomy turning place, but from the streets come to the distant sound of laughter and merriment. Enter the town. You continue along the path. The sounds of festivities grow louder. It's almost spooky here in the shade of the valley. And after so long on the dire road, the people in the village seem to be enjoying themselves. See? Mimi might on your shoulder remarks. I told you it was a happy place. What's going on? Are they bewitched? Shakes his head. No, if there was magic, believe me, I'd know. This is the festival of the young. What's that? Well, take a look. Yan waves a little hand around the village. The idea is that once a year, the children are allowed the freedom of the village. It is a time of great fun and lots of pranks. It becomes quickly obvious what he means. You pass the first few buildings where you find a number of children sitting in the street drinking ale from Jeep Mug. A young boy is holding an old woman over his knee and spanking her. On the other hand, side of the street, a group of boys is hiding outside the hut with a sign that reads Glandagger's Tavern. Including mayhem. Rescue the old woman. Okay, I'm already... Strike the child and laugh at him. Jesus Christ. You stride over to the boy, intending to rescue the woman, but at that sight of your manner and sword, the boy puts her down and gets to his feet. And what about you? He demands. I'm the leader of this village for today, and I've got to get. And I say, get to bed. I'm gonna laugh at him. They're both terrible options. You laugh at the boy. He is quite clearly enraged and lets up a hollering cry. Suddenly there are 100 children around you, and not all beggars but well fed, and armed with sticks and pitchforks. Jan's making a hissing noise in your ear. You better run for it. What the fuck is happening? Run. Swallowing your pride, you turn and race out of the village. The children follow, standing by the gates and waving their improvident weapons. Well, Jan sniffs. You're quite the warrior, aren't you? I just ran. What? At least I rescued the woman, I think. You make your way out of the village and into a stand of tall dry trees under the overhang of one of the cruel mountainsides. Between curling roots, you find a small place to settle down to rest, and perches a little way above on a knot and is quickly asleep. You're tired enough to follow suit, but you are hungry from not having eaten. I guess, yeah, I'll eat something. You pull out a quantity of your cheese and bread and eat it quickly. The night's darkness draws in around you. In the distance, you hear screams and whoops from the village that only slowly fade. You feel lonely, distant from such revelry. You rest your head onto your backpack and close your eyes. Perhaps a few hours when you wake, suddenly aware of a shadow moving between the tree trunks. It turns as it sniffs the air. A wolfhound. Throw something at the creature. I mean, what did that do except, maybe I should hide. You stay low, but the hound must have picked up your scent. It paces towards where you lie, but although it does know where you are, it may not know what you are. And if you spring out and attack, the surprise of it may give you an advantage. Wait a moment longer. Damn it. You hold your nerve, waiting for the beast to creep close enough for you to drive your sword into his belly from it, but you are entirely out of luck. It has your scent and wheels to your face, or to face you, and breaks and run. You are in a fight almost before you are on your feet. You draw your sword, the long metal flashes in the moonlight, the beast roars and howls. Ah, this is gonna be a battle of ages. Okay, call. Oh shit. The wolfhound creeps towards you, jaws dripping and fur shining wet. You raise your sword to defend yourself, fearing the monster will spring and bounce forward. You are shaken but unarmed, unharmed. It howls and whimpers. You put all your strength into the swing of the wolf, hoping to finish the creatures. Okay. Alright, Mr. Wolfie. The wolf circles you, snapping at the air. You wait, your eyes fixed on the beast. You stay low on the defensive. The wolfhound goes for your throat. At the last moment, you dive aside. It scrapes at the ground as if digging its own grave. Thrust! Damn. All that power, nothing. You put all your power into a swing as your blade, but the wolf turns tail, moans and howls. Okay. The wolfhound holds back, pawing at their. You hunch low, your sword ready. You are panting with exhaustion, but still hold your crouch. Afraid of the creature's snarling jaws and dripping fangs, the wolf runs for your throat. Quick as flash, you scramble aside, but cannot hide forever. It scrapes the earth. What if I do a... These fucking attacks aren't doing shit. You turn your blade about for a manic blow. The wolfhound runs quickly into the trees, but it has not gone for good, and from later creeps back into view. It howls and whimpers. Can you just die? The wolfhound circles around you, snarling. You wait. Okay. Make your move, bitch. Stay crouched. You're weakening, but still you hold your crouch, expecting an attack. The wolfhound goes for your throat quickly. Quick as flash, you dive aside. What if I do a side wipe? No, nothing. No. You turn your sword around for a vicious attack, but the wolfhound races away. As the wolfhound grows weaker, it now gets madder. It scrapes at the ground. The wolfhound paces about you, snapping at the air. You hunch low, your sword ready, and moans and howls. Okay, can you just make your fucking attack? You stay posed ready. The wolfhound holds back, lifts his head to a howl and through the calling. Thank you. You are panting with exhaustion, but still hang back, afraid of the creature's snarling jaws and the dripping fangs. The slavering beast charges for your throat quick as foot. Okay. I'm just thrust. Didn't get like one attack in. You put all your strength into the swing of your sword. The wolfhound drops low and your blade misses. The wolfhound is crawling now, its fur thick with dried blood. It's tensing, ready to run. It's good that he didn't attack then. The slavering beast charges for your blood. You react on instinct, dodging around the tree forever. You feel yourself weakening. But it weakens more. Bitch. You put all your power into a swing of your blade. The blade connects as the wolfhound weakly opens its jaw to bite. You plunge your blade between its teeth, and all the way down to its heart. The wolfhound howls a gurgling, blood-soaked sound, and then it dies. Reach the view, you pause to regain your breath. Okay, I'll sleep now. Then once satisfied, you lay down again to try to sleep. John flutters down, resettles on your shoulder. Your dreams are filled with walking, with peaks and valleys and endless paths. A curious light plays across them, building walls to its heights before ruining them as it moves away the rest of the night. Man, my dreams are pretty shit. Okay, what's this? Beyond the... what's it called? You rise early from your spot beneath the trees. As you gather your things, I still don't know how to say, Jean Yan leaps up and on your shoulder. Ready to go? He chirps. You rejoin the path on the far side of brilliancy. The sun sets on the horizon like a gleaming jewel. If all goes well, you'll reach the Tar'anpini today, the last village in the Shamutanti Hills. After a short climb, the path breaks, heading uphill to the left and downhill to the right. I'm making the choices! With Tar'anpini so close, it hardly matters which way you go, surely. This seems a very long way to get there, I'm just gonna say it. Why would I go unnecessarily, like, right here? Like, that just seems like waiting to get attacked. Unless there's a villain. I don't fucking care. I'm just going right. Right is always right. We go right, you decide, then be on your guard, Jen. Once you climb a rise, the way is not too steep. As noon approaches, you have crested the ridge and are descending yet again. You are now at the highest point of the hills. Where the trees are thin, the view west goes on forever, and sometimes you catch a glimpse of Kharé on the northern horizon. Keep going. You decide not to stop and eat, but push on. Jan is in the talkative mood and fills the air around with his chatter about what he can see, and how things smell, and what he plans to do once he makes his fortune in Kharé. It's enough to make you wonder if you could sell him as a companion to find a lady somewhere. Yeah, this is my blind old companion. I met him. Real tragic how I found him. He had a real bad path. You pass from the open hillside into a patch of deep forest. Quite suddenly, John feels asleep and hisses in your ear. Stop now. Why? Because he insists, the creature in a tiny voice. Something is following us. You come to a dead stop. Jan is right. Something is moving through the trees behind you. A moment later, a point of steel has emerged from the darkness between the two trees and touches your neck. You've seen me, whispers a voice. I know it. Ah. Look into the darkness. You peer into the darkness of the trees. Nothing, just shadow. And then you see its shadow with two eyes. As who is there? The fuck? Who's there? There is no reply, but the tall, dark figure of an assassin emerges from... Hey, there's only one. I said it multiple times. I'm the only fucking assassin. Of the trees. He is dressed head to toe in black, and you had not seen him a moment before. Even though he had been standing a mere arm's length away, he wields a sharp scimitar in expert hands. You gotta be fucking kidding me. I bet it was that old lady. Well, it'd be shit to fucking lose this fight now. You bring your sword up to bear. Okay. The assassin bows to you, taps two fingers against his chest, and takes his position. You drop into offensive crouch and meet the assassin, perhaps the most fearsome opponent you have ever fought. He covers himself well. So that's how we're gonna do. You hold firm, keep your defense. He hangs back and watches you with him. Okay. Time to attack. You swing your sword fast and towards his chest, but the impact clangs against his sword. He grins. He is left breathless, but otherwise unarmed. Closing his eyes, the assassin murmurs a quick prayer as he sets his stance. Did he just heal? I might be fucked here because he has way more health. You drop into a crouch as he powers forward, but it only tires him out. You are mostly unarmed. Unharmed, the assassin laughs and pretty. I think I might be. Can I? This British lion. The lion is a prideful creature, but rightly so. With his language strength, he is a ruler of plains. Over he prowls inside the chest. He has a enormous heart, and he knows for himself. Okay. Yeah, I healed. Fuck yeah! Get fucked, assassin! Oh, this is my fight! Acting quickly, you rush forward with a deep, heavy slash, but the blow drops back of the hand of his blade. He grimaces with effort. He is bruised, but not seriously hurt. My duty is to sever your head from your neck, the assassin declares. in a voice as cold as polished marble. You will not hold that from me. Yeah, well, good luck with that. You whip up your defense. He tries to do a deep slice, but you risk him roll out of the way, mostly unhurt. He nods at you wisely. The assassin spins his sword, about to shift the sword across his body. Yeah. Maybe in action, you slip randomly across his, but the blow you land is only minor. Because the assassin has adjusted his stance swiftly, you knock the assassin staggering into a tree. He seems more surprised than hurt. You will die out here, he says in his tone like ice. Okay, yeah. You're the only one that's gonna die is you. You ready yourself to block as he attempts a heavy cut, but you duck, mostly unharmed. He raises one hand to draw a finger in a line across it. Draw a finger and a line across his throat. The assassin swivels his grip. The weapon singular. You seem more like it's just a fake assassin than a real assassin. What kind of fucking shitty assassin are you? God. Painting left, you swing a masterful swipe, but his own move is fast and careful. He is able to parry. Blood drips from the assassin's tunic. He curses under his breath. I can guarantee you a simple death. The assassin declares, his eyes merciless. No, thank you. How about I declare you go fuck yourself. You duck into a low stance as he issues a roundhouse incision, but you dive into one side, mostly unhurt. The assassin's weakness break through air, crouching as you move. Dumbass. Time to attack. You twist and lower your sword quickly. He is off balance, moving slowly, and the blade goes deep. He turns and tumbles, releasing his sword as he topples. I am not so proud as to admit when I am beaten, he groans. You may finish me if you choose, but if you do, do me an honor and use my own blade. The assassin is not dead, but lies on the floor. I want to finish him off. But also, I was gonna say if we spare him, maybe we can get like intel of who. Like I feel like he's better off alive than dead. You know, we can like see who sent spare him. Then get up, you tell him, holding your sword back, not putting it away yet. He nods, sheaths his bone blade. You're a worthy victor. I am glad to meet you. Now you have saved me. You own me in part. My name is Flanker. And I am an assistant and assistant. I'm an assistant of the Assassin's Guild and a thief. Why did you attack me? That's the most obvious question. It is a simple matter. I pick on wayfarers for practice in hiding and killing. I assumed you would be no match, especially when I saw your pet. He points briefly at the mini-mite who is currently hiding under a fold in your tunic. But I see I was wrong. He bows his head once, perhaps in respect, perhaps from the pain of his injury. You're traveling. Yeah. Or why do you ask? That is the way I am going. Well, perhaps I will not see you again once we part. But if I do remember, I will not forget the debt I owe you. What is your business in here? Whatever. He looks long into your eyes for a moment, then he answers, the nobles of the city have heard rumors goblins are reopening the old mines. They want to know why. They are arming themselves they are arming for a war with the village. They are for a war with the village, you tell him, remembering a conversation with the dumpies. I would wager they are. Flanker replies, but it is not in search of iron that they have reopened the ancient workings. You know the history of these hills. Perhaps they have not always been so poor, so underpopulated. Once great and powerful men lived here, men of great knowledge in sorcery. Long ago now. Flanker shakes his head. Not gone. Changed. There is a village of giants in these hills. That is what those men became. The ancient miners once ran a great city spanning from the Kahabad Sea as far north as the Yiker mines. That was where they mined the ore that forged the crown. And there's that metal, that power which the goblins are seeking for. If Map Pang should rise, it will be their only hope. Will they find it? Flanker breaths heavily and pendantly, perhaps. Though they say the ancient left terrible guardians behind. He bows his head. This time it is definitely from pain. Go. He hisses, you cannot aid me. Help him. No, you reply, I have caused your wounds. I will help you. He grins with his gravity. Are you a doctor? I do not think you are. Why am I helping the man that almost tried to kill me? Tearing strips of dark fabric from his clothing, you bind his wounds tightly and the bleeding lessens. You are too kind to a man who was about to kill you. Oh yeah, don't worry, I was about to kill you in like 5 seconds. If you were just gonna say something along the lines of like when I was like, why'd you attack me? Someone sent me and that was it, then I would have wholeheartedly killed you, but I don't know. Let that be your lesson, you reply as you gather up your things and head out of the forest, leaving them behind. You have a sense that you have made a powerful friend. Hell yeah. That's just me. Leave the trees. How much longer do you think we'll be traveling today? The Minimite on your shoulders asks. I'm hungry and tired. We've gone such a long way. Not much further. The Minimite sighs and thumps on your shoulder. You continue along the path and around the side of a hill. A wooden hut is set into the slope with an old woman sitting on the front step. A river seems to emerge from beneath her. As you get closer, you realize the water flows under her house, and the house itself is set on splayed struts like an insect. Straddling the water course, a few paces from the front of the house, the water plunges over there. It's a witch. No, let's greet the woman. I'm sure she's nice. Greetings, you call. The woman looks up at you and smiles. Come over here, won't you? She calls. I can barely see you. Okay, I feel like this is a good spot to end this episode because I'm gonna get myself killed and I've been recording for far too long. But yeah, this was a really productive one. We made a lot of friends. A lot of people tried killing us. We met an assassin. He's not really an assassin, let's be honest, okay? He's a very shitty assassin. I'm just saying. He wasn't the best. But apparently we made a powerful ally. That's really cool. We also got a mini-mite, or whatever, was accompanying on us. And we're gonna probably get attacked, because I'm gonna choose to approach the woman. Next episode, so that's gonna be cool. So yeah, but yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode of Sorcery. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, don't forget to punch that like button in the face like a pirate. Also, if you want to see any more videos about Assassin, make click the notification at the end. And I'll see you guys in the next video.